I want to make a correction for everyone. It's actually square instead of punching people. Hey, it's like Spider-Man 3.
All right,
now take on this. Now take on this.
Take on this.
I remember seeing that when I was a kid in the theaters, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I was like, what the hell is
I saw
this?
that movie twice in theaters.
Twice?
Yeah.
Huh. I only saw it once. That's because I was smaller, you know?
I was a kid. I was probably like 11 years old when that thing came out.
I was younger.
Yeah, you're 2 years younger than me. You're 2 years younger than me.
That's 2 years.
I love it. I love it. The ones you gotta stand on, you fucking stand. You don't. The ones you gotta perch on, you just stand right next to it. The ones you don't have to do that to, you just stand on top of it.
Shut up, Sean. I love it. Shut up, Sean. Oh, look, a crime. How exciting. I wonder if anybody's dead.
I don't know. It's probably one of those narcotics things. Oh, wait, it's not. It's
robbery.
a breakdown.
It's a robbery.
It's a robbery. You never see it coming.
Who wants a picture?
Oh, I love how it says you've already... Oh, never mind.
What did it say?
It said you achieved a combo of 10. Later in the game, I don't know what it is, but it said I was doing accomplishments, like, before anyone else, before I even did it, the mission. I was like, the fuck?
That's weird.
I was like, did I get some special skill or something that let me do that?
Maybe. Hey, cool. 3
By the way,
tokens.
if you do the bonus objectives, you get more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
You get more tokens, people. That's what I'm saying. Whoa, 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 whoa!
I know.
What? Oh, he must be one of those.
Oh, he's one of those secret agents. That's if you never fucking swing, though. Other than that, you'll never fucking see him.
That's true. Alright, so let's go to the tower.
And then we'll go get the soup.
Because it's on the way.
Oh yeah, this is the part where I'm gonna rant about the fucking...
Oh yeah. Woo!
My reaction when I see Sony making movies about Spider-Man characters that doesn't have Spider-Man in them.
Alright, anyways, go start your rant. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, you know what pisses me off, people? Is the fact is, okay, we all know Spider-Man's in the MCU. That's fucking awesome and spectacular, pun intended. And that's all good and everything. But Sony's like, we want to make a franchise. So that's what the fucking, wow, that was easy. That's what the fucking, Venom film is starting off. And I'm like, okay, a Venom film. And I'll never forget that thing where Feige is sitting next to the chick who's a producer for the movie. And she's like, yeah, Venom's in the MCU. And Feige's face is like, no, he's not.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that interview or whatever, and I was like, no, he's not.
No, he's not. What the hell?
Like, what the hell is she talking about?
Like,
crazy ass.
I know. And so, anyway, like, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna do villains that have already been done before in the MCU Spider-Man films. Like, the next one's gonna have Mysterio, which is gonna be fucking rad.
Dude.
I can't wait for that.
Can't wait for that. It's gonna be sick.
And so anyway, it's like, no, it
Sean,
isn't.
I'm gonna get those like
then,
last few backpacks right here.
Yeah, that's fine. But anyways, and I'm just like, what the hell? So I see this Venom film, and I'm like, you're gonna make a fucking Venom film without Spider-Man?
That's
like,
weird.
That doesn't make any sense.
Like, it's like making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich without, you know, the peanut butter.
Because the whole point of Venom is that he's the anti-Spider-Man. The reason why Eddie Brock became Venom with the symbiote is because he hates Spider-Man, and the symbiote holds a grudge against Spider-Man or Peter Parker
because he
abandoned it, because he rejected it and left it on top of a church, for crying out loud. I mean, that's what it comes down to. And now it's just this weird thing where it's like, wait, what's the point of it? What is Venom supposed to be a reflection of? The whole point of Venom's character is that he's the evil version of Spider-Man. Don't give me no bullshit that he isn't, right?
Yeah.
So, that's freaking stupid. And the writing looks fucking awful. Like, seriously. Go rewatch that trailer, and, like, it's the most basic writing ever.
I do remember the first time they...
You know, you're working for the bad guy. He's a bad guy. I gotta stop him. That's literally one of the lines. And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Oh,
it's so stupid. And then guess what else they're making?
What?
They are making a Kraven the Hunter movie without Spider-Man.
Spider-Man!
How the fuck?
Yeah.
The whole point of Kraven's character is that he's a hunter slash poacher who wants to hunt a big game. He goes to hunt Spider-Man because he wants to capture a superhero, specifically Spider-Man because he has an animal theme to him.
Hell yeah.
If it was, other than that, Well, what's Craven gonna do? Is he gonna fight fucking... What's he gonna do? Is he gonna fight other poachers? Like, Craven's character means nothing without Spider-Man.
It's true.
Like, how are you gonna make a movie about that? You can't.
You can't.
And now they want to make a Morbius movie.
Really?
A Morbius movie. And I went, okay, I could maybe see a Venom film doing well. I could maybe, if you push your luck, I could maybe give a shit about Craven. Because those are two awesome villains, right?
Yeah.
Morbius? Who the fuck cares about Morbius?
I honestly forgot who Morbius was for a while.
He's that vampire villain that's
I know, I remember, but it's like for a while I was like,
exactly.
You know,
I forgot who
I
Morbius
had to
was.
look him up as soon as, like, you know, when I heard about that, I was like, really?
You okay?
Yeah, but anyways, I was gonna tell you like for some reason it seems like they're really like, you know, they're really focused on these types of movies. I mean, the first time when they first released the Venom trailer, they didn't even have the effects on it.
They didn't even have the effects on it. That's how fast. And it's like, okay, dude, I know who Venom is, right?
Yeah.
And most people nowadays, if they're involved with pop culture, know who Venom is. But guess what? If you don't know anything about these things, then guess what? Then putting a fucking V in the damn trailer is not gonna get anyone pumped up. They're gonna be like, what? Oh, you can get new skills, by the way.
Yeah, I know. But it can wait.
But anyways, you got all the back facts. After this, please let's get a move on.
And I'm just gonna get that. You know, I'm just doing little things here while you do your rants. You know, so you know.
Well, that's fine. Then guess what else they're making? They're making a fucking movie based off Jackpot. If you know who that is, I will give you straight up. I will give you the money in my wallet. If you know who Jackpot is.
Jackpot. It involves being lucky, right?
Nope.
Nope. I have no idea.
Exactly. That was a Spider-Man character with 15 issues.
That's it.
She was only in 15 issues, and they're making a movie about her. And guess what else they're making a movie of?
What?
They're making a movie character based off Nightwatch. I didn't even know who Nightwatch was until I saw a video about it.
Did I whip that guy? Oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah, he's fine.
I thought it was gonna fall to his death. Alright, let's get on with the story.
My point is, it's like, what the fuck? The only thing that I could maybe see working is that Silver Sable movie and that Black Cat movie.
Yeah.
One could be a spy film and one could be a heist film. Like, that's fine. It's still stupid without Spider-Man, but
Yeah,
the point is, it's that Craven, Venom?
Those
Those are two characters whose entire character is linked to Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's
They're
just
literally
weird.
pointless without him. Unless we do some weird-ass thing where Venom will be the central character of this cinematic universe, and Craven's gonna go hunt Venom, which would be stupid as fuck.
I know, that'd be like a one-sided slaughter.
It'd be such a one-sided fight. It would be... what's he gonna fight? My point is, I'm just very unhappy about this.
I feel like a lot of people are.
And it's like, nobody's gonna... I don't even think it's gonna get made.
Probably won't. I mean,
if Venom doesn't do well,
it's not gonna be made.
then it's not gonna do well. If Venom doesn't do well, which is why I'm not, then it won't get made. That's why I'm not gonna go see Venom because I'm just not interested.
Yeah.
And it's like, because of this, I'm not gonna go see Venom because it's like I don't want these characters being bastardized. Could you imagine if they tried setting up a Sinister Six movie for no reason?
Without Spider-Man?
Without Spider-Man.
Oh, cool. Number 3.
I could just...
I'm number 4.
Oh, God. It would... this pisses me off. Sony, let Marvel do their thing, and you can still get the box office money. Who cares?
Yeah, man.
Like,
I mean,
why can't you just do that? Because we want a franchise. Oh, God.
I feel like they're getting to like ever since the Marvel Cinematic Universe, everybody wants a franchise, but they don't want to put in the time.
And you know what's funny?
They don't want to lay their foundation, you know?
And you know what's funny? Technically, it was Sony that brought back the interest in superhero movies with Spider-Man in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, there was Blade, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, dude.
So, it's just so ironic that the company that got us into this sort of thing to begin with is the one who can't figure out what to do now.
Yeah, that's
Because
weird.
they don't know what they're doing. Like, before, they were like, okay, just make Spider-Man movies. Okay, That's fine. They wanted to make 6 Tobey Maguire Spider-Man films.
6?
That was the original plan. They wanted to make Spider-Man 3, Well, they did make Spider-Man 3. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
They wanted 4, 5, and 6. They wanted to make 6 Spider-Man movies with, by the way, the face, this is like the one time the graphics in the game don't look good.
Yeah. I think they painted this. This looks like paint. This looks like it was painted.
Peter's face in that just bothers the shit out of
Yeah,
me.
dude, I know what you mean.
Doc's made
So-
huge breakthroughs his whole career. He's always been upstaged.
I'm not saying, like, the chances of these movies being good are so low. The only ones, like I said, the only ones I can see doing well are Silver Sable and Black Cat.
Yeah.
Everything else
Looks
looks like shit.
Yeah, like there's really like
I mean,
there's really no faith in it. And let's be honest, even like you gotta admit,
Nobody
like,
cares.
like even the studios to some degree know that no one really cares.
No. Okay. Like I said,
If I know you'd be here.
you mean to tell me, I, the comic book fan, the comic book reader, if I don't give a shit about the Kraven movie, what makes you think the average Joe who doesn't even know who Kraven is gonna even fucking go see these films?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing that I was thinking about to myself. And someone brought up a very good point. Like, people that are watching this video, you're all fans. Okay?
I was afraid that if
The average Joe has no idea who Kraven the Hunter is. And I went, that's a really good point. So if I'm not hyped, so if they're relying on comic book fans to make this movie successful, we don't want to see it because we know that the character is dumb without Spider-Man.
Exactly. I mean,
So
seriously, like,
there's no point in... it's just so I don't even think these movies are going to get made. Honestly.
but seriously, like, why would Kraven like fight? Like, what?
I don't
He,
know.
Like, why would he fight other poachers? He's a poacher himself.
That doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's like... Sinister Six. Well, what are they going to fight? Venom?
It's weird. It's weird. Like,
just-
like you think like their plan is to make everybody like an anti-hero. You think that'd be their plan?
That's the only way they can do it. I mean... it just bothers the hell out of me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like... if you're gonna do a Kraven story, you have to do a Spider-Man. I was actually hoping that Kraven was actually gonna be a character they were gonna use in the MCU. That would have been bitchin'. But no. No, fucking Sony's like, oh, we're making a fucking... Like, Jackpot. Fucking Jackpot. I don't even remember what the fucking story was behind that character. Nor do I care.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Jackpot. Shit, I already forgot. What's Jackpot do again?
I have no idea. I don't even know. Because I just don't care.
Look at that advanced suit.
I love the suit.
Look at that sexy ass. Hell yeah!
Yeah.
I had to, man. That was funny.
Ugh.
I have to say, like Insomniac did well when it came to suit, because whenever people think Insomniac Spider-Man, that's the suit they're gonna remember.
Well, yeah, it's like it's literally in all the marketing.
It's iconic now.
Yeah, he's Spider-Geddon. He's in Spider-Geddon.
Mm-hmm.
The sequel to Spider-Verse. He's on the cover and everything.
Hey, out of like all the Spider-Verse Spider-Mans, who do you think is like the most let's say like the strongest? Who do you think is the strongest?
They've confirmed the main universe Peter Parker is the best.
Nice.
The one that we grew up with. The one that's been around since the 60s.
Yes. That's how it should be.
No, I agree with that. They've just confirmed that he's the best one. And I'm like, well, no shit, he's the best one. He's
I wonder what
literally...
happens if I don't hit the web.
That's a good question. I bet it's gonna...
It stopped!
I was hoping it's like, yeah, I got a new suit. Oomph!
Roblox. Dude, that's fucking funny. Should I get some of these? Cause you know,
It's up to you, man.
I'll get these two like while I'm going, you know, this way, you know.
Oops.
Oops.
It looks like they're right there anyway.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna do a base mission.
Oh yeah, never mind. I'll just leave it there for the time being.
Yeah, just leave it there anyway.
Yep. Yeah.
So, that's because he paused the game, and thus they couldn't see the subtitles. That's what we're gonna go do. We're gonna go do a henchman base mission. Yeah, you'll see what those are. They're actually really good.
Yeah, they're good to like test your skills at the beginning. You know, it's kind of like
Yeah.
It's
kind
kind of
show
like
them the costumes that we can get though.
All right. Anyways, it's kind of like those. They're kind of like a learning curve.
So one thing with this game is that they have costumes. This is the damage costume.
This is the normal costume,
This is the
which I'll
classic
make
one,
anyways.
which you can get. And yeah. And then it comes with a suit power.
With the suit power, and
so
the great
for
thing
like
is
this one, for example, this is Web Bomb, which can be pretty useful, but I don't really use it that often.
Yeah, the most useful. This is one of the most useful ones, I think.
Yeah, and it's the first one.
So I'll just keep that on. Anyways, back to the suits. You can get the Noir suit. This is actually one of my personal favorites.
Well, it has Sound of Silence. And then my favorite in the game
is the Scarlet Spider.
Yes. I've always loved Scarlet Spider. I don't know what it is, but everybody loves this costume design.
It's a cool costume.
Because it's like, they wanted to make Ben Reilly look, because they're like, when he was, okay, Spider-Man history lesson. Back when the Clone Saga began, everyone's like, they made the twist was that Ben Reilly, the clone that you thought was the clone, he was the real Spider-Man the whole time. And in the first Clone Saga, they swapped the bodies. And I'm like, the fuck?
What?
The fuck?
What?
And the whole thing was the clone was the one married to Mary Jane. And because this was back when they were really trying to get rid of the marriage.
Oh, yeah.
They did like a few attempts to get rid of that thing. There was the Clone Saga. There was second Clone Saga. That was the whole point of it, because they wanted to replace Peter Parker with Ben Reilly so they can have a single Spider-Man. And to be honest, that was probably the best one. If they have to retcon it out, like, that was probably the best one, because it's like, hey, he's still technically married. He goes off into the sunset with Mary Jane.
And he's single, too. Well, the clone is.
And now Ben Reilly is now a single bachelor again. And the first arc they did, they hooked him up with another redhead. And I went,
wow! Making the same mistakes.
You're making the same mistakes.
What a bunch of morons.
Mistakes.
Quote-unquote mistakes. You can never go wrong with a redhead.
Oh, of course.
I mean,
but anyway.
My personal preference.
Oh,
hell yeah.
Thank God. Anyway, we now have Impact Web. I love this fucking
this is
thing.
this is really useful to, like, you know,
web up people on the walls.
Yeah, and to get rid of and to handle those tankers, you know, that's really, really useful.
Yeah, and you can upgrade the gadgets more and more as you go along.
Yeah, like this one. Oh, wait.
Yeah, you already upgraded that.
I don't have enough crime tokens. This is your fault, Sean.
What do you mean it's my fault?
By this time, I could upgrade that thing like 3 times.
No, there were no crimes
it's your
on the
fault!
damn map, you idiot.
No, that's why you, like, go to the towers and you,
God.
whatever. Shut up, Sean.
Whatever. Blame me for everything.
I will blame you for everything. It's all your fault, Sean.
Anyway, so that was probably the best one. Then they just had Mary Jane straight up die in a plane crash.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wow. I was like,
creative, huh?
I was like, wow. And then when JMS came back, and when he wrote Spider-Man, he's like, hey, I want Spider-Man and Mary Jane to be back together. And Joe Quesada's like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. We just want to revise it because it's been bad stories for like the last few years. Like, seriously, there was like a strand where not all of them, but most of them were shit.
Yeah.
The 90s were not a good time for Spider-Man. They weren't a good time for comics in general, if I'm going to be honest. Because everything was dark and edgy. And,
edgy the hedgy.
Like, even more edgy than now. Like,
that's saying a lot.
Like, everything was edgy. So, anyway. And, what were we talking about?
We were talking about Spider-Man, edginess, Scarlet Spider history.
Oh, yeah. So, Scarlet Spider now has his own book again, and the costume redesign was awful. And then people were like, "We hate it!" And after one issue, they brought it back the original hoodie.
Wait, which I don't remember what it looked like. I forgot.
It was awful. Dude,
Define
trust
awful.
me, it was bad. That was after Dead No More, where it was a sequel to Clone Saga. How many fucking sequels does that thing need? It's considered the second worst Spider-Man story of all time. Nobody likes it. Stop trying to make it happen. And then Ben Reilly was pretending to be the Jackal.
The Jackal?
Yeah.
The
guy who made the clones.
Oh, right.
And because the whole point of the Jackal was that he was one of Spider-Man's science teachers who loved Gwen Stacy. So
what's up with everybody loving Gwen Stacy?
She's just a plot device. That's all she is. And so he made a clone of Gwen Stacy. It never fucking worked, but there was something about Spider-Man, and he decided to clone Spider-Man to make his life a living hell, or some bullshit like that.
That
and I'm
sounds
like,
convoluted.
It was very convoluted. Oh, but then we found out, wait, the original Peter Parker came back, you may ask. Well, how the hell did this all happen? Well, I'll tell you, my friend. It turns out that the results that proved that Ben was the clone, those results were actually swapped by guess who? A resurrected Norman Osborn.
Wow. 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 Yeah, this is this is nuts, man. That's nuts.
Resurrected, and I shit you not, he gets so mad about being the clone, he smacks Mary Jane across the room, and people get mad about Ant-Man doing that.
Wow. This is like terrible writing at its finest, dude.
Dude, get the thing on that guy.
Which guy? That thing?
Yeah, it's part of the bonus objective,
No,
I
it's
think.
no, it's not.
I thought it was.
No, it's webbing up the enemies and doing 10 finishers.
Oh.
That's what I'm trying to. You
Okay.
know.
Fair enough. So anyway,
Get back here, motherfucker!
ooh, so, oof. So, what happened when Spider-Man was in Oregon with Mary Jane? Now that he's the original Spider-Man, well, she got pregnant, and you know where this is going.
Oh, I know where this
Is going. So guess what? She goes to the hospital because she's in labor. And then the nurse comes back and says, well, it turns out it was a stillborn. And then it's like, wait, what the fuck? And then this is all happening, mind you, when Ben Reilly and Peter Parker are fighting the Green Goblin. And fucking Green Goblin kills Ben Reilly by using the glider. Because that glider kills everyone.
It kills everyone.
Anyway, and guess what?
What?
It turns out it wasn't a stillborn. It was a nurse that was paid by the Green Goblin to steal the child. And it was delivered to Norman Osborn. And it was never heard from ever again.
Huh.
Seriously. We will never find out what happened to that kid. Ah. Why do I love Spider-Man?
Because you just. Oh shit! Oh my god! That would have been bad!
See, I just pretend that final thing never happened. The whole kid thing, I just pretend that never happened.
As it should.
In fact, I just pretend, with the exception of Ben Reilly, I just pretend the whole Clone Saga never happened. But you know what's funny? That thing actually introduced a lot of people like Ben Reilly, including myself, and people like Kane.
Who's Kane again?
He was the first Spider-Man clone, but he ended up being morphed into that monster thing.
Which one?
That's
been
okay.
a while,
That's
dude.
all right, man. I don't blame you. I'm not a huge Kane fan, so I don't really care about Kane. And he was the first clone. Ben Reilly was the first successful Spider-Man clone.
Oh, so there were like failures before.
Yeah, there was a lot of clones. There was a whole panel, I shit you not. It was just Spider-Man and Ben Reilly fighting like thousands of clones. And I went, Jesus, Jackal, you sure you don't love him too? But you made so many of them.
You know what to say about obsession? Obsession. It's like it's a weird, twisted form of love.
I know, but it's like, Jesus, man.
Fisk has more construction sites throughout the city. Betting their front.
Now every time I see the Jackal, I'm just like, no! Not clones!
Not clones. Except if it's Star Wars clones, then that's different.
Even then, fuck
Hey,
that.
didn't I just finish this?
Yeah, you did. Don't worry about it.
So should I find another
Fisk's construction.
you know?
I just love how we're 23 minutes in already.
Yeah. No, but after this, in the next episode, should I take out a base, just, so I can get more of those tokens, or?
I guess, because I feel like I have more rants.
No, it's funny. If, like, dude, trust me, like, it's
I
fine.
told you, this is a Spider-Man game. I'm gonna rant about Spider-Man.
It's fun. I mean, dude, like, the story, like, it's right there, man.
It's
See?
relevant.
It's relevant.
It's
so,
relevant to what we're discussing, somewhat.
Oh, see, like, over there. See, I can do this
Yeah,
and
you
this.
go
on the
do
way
that
there,
then. Go do
Alright,
that
then. We should call this a part.
Now, we're not at 25.
No, not yet, but soon.
We will be soon.
Anyways, keep going while you
Oh
still
my
can.
god. I haven't read the Ben Reilly as Spider-Man stuff, but some of the ideas were good. Like, he merged with the Carnage symbiote.
Oh, that
So,
sounds interesting.
that was pretty rad. And, like,
I forget why did the symbiosis between the symbiote and Peter, how come it didn't work? I forget.
because it was forcing him to do, like, fucked up shit or whatever, and I can't remember what set him off the edge, but that's when he decided to get rid of it. Probably something involving Mary Jane.
It's like Mary Jane is a whore. You don't get her. Something like that.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Definitely. It'll go great. We're gonna change the world, Doc.
We're gonna change the world.
Yes, they are gonna change the world, all right.
Yeah. Believe me, guys, he's totally not a villain. He's totally not gonna become Dr. Octopus.
He's not.
Not now.
He's not. He's not.
He's not. I did not hit her. I did
did not.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Alright, guys, we'll see you in the next